You have to be really clear on your value proposition as a company in terms of your product and services. You want to be very clear on what the platforms do, how you contextualize it, and what sort of audience you want to reach. TikTok could potentially be an amazing channel for you. Hello, and welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about TikTok's possible ban in the US and the impact it will have on recruiters and possibly even talk about strategies. But if you are excited as I am, please consider support a fellow recruiter. Give us a like, subscribe, click that bell. Honestly, would really mean a lot. Let's get into it. If you guys are unfamiliar with who I am, I started my career in recruiting in about 2014 at a nationwide US staffing firm. At that time, there was over 300 recruiters, and in my single year, I was able to go literally from the bottom to one of the top, surpassing $500,000 on my own desk, doing even $100,000 in a single month. I then started my own agency in 2015, initially as a solo recruiter. I somehow was able to do the same $500,000 on my own desk, built everything from the ground up, and grateful to say that since that time, we have done over multiple seven figures worth of placements. Let's continue. So in today's video, we'll be discussing TikTok's role in recruitment, the potential bans, and the impact it will bring. We'll also talk about the future outlook for short-form video apps, alternative apps, and even digital recruitment strategies. In terms of TikTok's evolution and rise to popularity, just to kind of establish context, it was launched in September 2016 as Douyin in China. It rebranded as TikTok for the international market in September 2017, developed by ByteDance based in Beijing. The key milestones to kind of keep in mind is 2018, it was merged with Musical.ly, expanding its user base and features. In 2019, it became one of the most downloaded apps globally, and in 2020, surpassed 2 billion downloads worldwide, which is crazy. Continuing on its evolution and rise to popularity, there were some key features that it did to help it do that. Number one, it really became the OG kind of leader when it comes to short-form videos versus long-form that you normally find on YouTube. User-friendly interface, very intuitive, very easy to kind of navigate, very addicting. Algorithm and For You page, trends and challenges, which made it really fun and just give it a new experience, a refreshing experience every single time that you log on. And of course, really fun music integrations, and music integrations also with trends and challenges as well. So in terms of demographics and reach, for user base, they reached over 1 billion monthly active users. The age range differed from Gen Z and millennials, but expanded really across all groups and background. In terms of global presence, they had a strong presence in the US, India, Europe, and Southeast Asia. Now, what about its impact and influence? Well, without a doubt, it shaped pop culture, fashion, music, and dance. It launched careers of influencers, musicians, entertainers. Businesses also took off for marketing and brand awareness as well. So what are some of the different uses that you can use TikTok for in terms of recruitment? So TikTok is now, surprisingly or non-surprisingly, depending on your experience, is a recruitment tool for career and job discovery, especially among Gen Z and millennials. You can use TikTok as a recruiting tool to perhaps integrate into hiring strategy goals, monitor competition, reaching the right target audience, increase reach through TikTok ads. You want to contextualize depending on each platform that you use on, whether it's on LinkedIn, completely different audience versus Twitter or X versus YouTube versus Instagram, and now Gen Z. So if you are a company that wants to try and think outside the box in terms of creative, different channels to utilize, and somehow your business needs to and wants to target Gen Z millennials, you should totally look into TikTok. Successful movement campaigns, a lot of companies to date have used TikTok, right? So they go from really well-named brands like Target, Shopify, WWE, Chipotle, and many others. Did you just start your own recruitment agency and are struggling getting your own clients? Are you thinking about starting your own agency but afraid to make the jump? Do you have your own clients but you're struggling to find the perfect candidates fast? Do you have a full-time job and want to do recruitment part-time to make more money on the side and have no idea how to? If you answered yes to any of these questions, please consider joining our private community. It is a trust-based community where recruiters around the world can support, collaborate, and work together on placements all around the year consistently. In this community, you will directly have access to the real open jobs of my team and of our members, and you will also have the chance to access trainings, events, giveaways, and much more. If you are part of this community, I communicate and work with you as if you were on my own team, and I'll do whatever I can to do a placement together with your client or candidate. So if you're struggling to get your own clients or candidates and you want a way you can make sure you can be busy all year round by having access to many more open roles, then this is something you need to look into. This is open to people around the world and is open for recruiters in every industry and experience levels, as we will always have a good number of variety of open jobs across sectors, markets, and industries. I'm really happy to say that within the first 30 days, we have already have a new member with minimal recruiting experience do his first placement that had a total fee of almost $30,000 US, and we are working working hard to do many more this year. If you are interested and excited, there are only a limited number of spots open, so make sure you sign up quick at patreon.com/recruiterpreston. If you have any questions, please reach out to me on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Discord. We can set up a time to chat. See you on the other side. So what are the global concerns and regulations of TikTok? Well, countries across continents have banned or restricted TikTok due to security, content censorship, and youth protection. There is valid data security fears. Allegations that ByteDance might share user data with the Chinese government are a huge concern for just global security. There's also issues on content and mental health issues. TikTok, it faces constant criticism for its addictive content, potential negative impacts on young users' mental health. So now let's talk about the potential TikTok ban. So the US House of Representatives and Senate have passed bills that could lead to a nationwide ban unless ByteDance, TikTok's parents, sells the app. As of right now, TikTok has not been fully banned. However, legislative steps have been taken towards this end. Americans are really divided on the issue, with legal and political developments influencing the final outcome. We'd love to hear from you. Which side are you on? Or what do you believe will happen or won't happen? Or just how do you think or feel about TikTok in general? So let's talk about the impact and potential TikTok ban in the US. So number one, short-term impact, right? It will certainly disrupt the revenue streams for content creators and small businesses that make its livelihood on the app. It will certainly hinder marketing efforts for a lot of companies that utilize the app to increase its brand awareness. It will certainly lose access to a younger demographic that many other platforms just don't even have that stickiness or traction to. What are some of the long-term impacts? Well, according to many people, it's a threat to free expression, First Amendment. There's also legal challenges. The Supreme Court's involved. No one's really know like how is this going to play out. It's a time thing. We just have to sit back and see what happens. So let's talk about the innovation in the short-form video market. So the potential ban on TikTok in the US has raised concerns about the future of short-form video content. Major platforms are well positioned to capture TikTok's audience, having already integrated similar features and built substantial user engagement. Do you remember only a couple years ago, YouTube Shorts wasn't even a thing? And now YouTube Shorts was created in combat to compete with TikTok, in addition to Reels, etc. The global population, increasing internet, and smartphone ensures a growing audience for short-form content. Despite any bans, demand for this content will continue to rise. So what are some tips for recruiters on TikTok? Well, there's a bunch just to kind of go through. It helps diversify recruitment channels. It helps you go from old practices to cutting-edge new creative channels. It can help strengthen employer brand, especially with the younger audience. You can use other social media tools depending on what space, what business, what product or service you're selling. TikTok could potentially be an amazing channel for you. It can help prepare your audience for transition. It can help invest in your careers page, right? It can make your career page just stand out, be different, be creative, help you stay updated, adapt quickly. Short-form video content, platforms like TikTok, you can consume so much more variety of information within 10, 20, 30 minutes or an hour compared to watching a handful of long-form video content. It allows you to engage with influencers and ambassadors. It enhances your video content skills. Experiment with new formats. You want to really think about the importance of diversifying your recruitment channels. So before diversifying recruitment channels, you first want to define your ideal candidate and understand the characteristics, pain point, media preferences, and all around just target persona. You want to explore different platforms, target personas are active, and you want to consider alternate video app sharing platforms, not just TikTok like YouTube Shorts, Instagram, Triller, Snapchat, and many others. Users have diverse needs when it comes to choosing alternative platforms. Some may be primarily interested in entertainment and staying connected with friends and family or even watching trends, while others may be more content creators looking for opportunities to monetize their content to build their online presence. You have to be really clear on your value proposition as a company in terms of your product and services. You want to be very clear on what the platforms do, how you contextualize it, and what sort of audience you want to reach. You want to also think about maybe strengthening employer branding. So consistent branding across all platforms, including new ones, will help you not only increase your awareness, but just engaging with your target personas. This creates a really strong brand identity that resonates with potential candidates on the platforms that they find you on. Continue creating content that's engaging and authentic to attract candidates on alternate platforms. You want to not just go on one, you want to have a multi-pronged strategy where you can really speak to as many people as possible and engage as many eyeballs as you can. You want to also think about using other social media tools. LinkedIn and Facebook, for example, are fantastic. You can leverage professional networks for recruitment efforts. Platforms like Twitter or Snapchat, these can be great for quick updates or maybe even engaging stories. In response to the bans and the uncertainty surrounding TikTok's future, users are actively seeking alternative platforms that offer similar features for creating and sharing short videos. This search is driven by desire for continuity and entertainment, social interactions, and creative expression. You want to prepare your audience for transition. So what do we mean by that? Communicate potential changes and where they can find your content in the future. Encourage followers to subscribe, to engage, to newsletters or email updates for job postings and company news. Invest in your career page. Make sure your career page is user-friendly, mobile optimized. Drive traffic from social media to your careers page for job applications applications, and company information. You want to find the right content mix for your career page, possibly videos like employee testimonials, leadership insights, role-specific overviews, maybe images like high-quality images with fantastic resolutions to showcase your office environment, or even text like job descriptions, company values and missions, and employee stories. You also want to think about how you can stay updated and adapt quickly. So keep up on legal proceedings and potential outcomes regarding TikTok ban and how that can influence and impact your company, but also your recruiting efforts. You want to be prepared to adjust strategies based on legal changes and government regulations. You want to engage with influencers and ambassadors. Continue collaborating with influencers to maintain reach and engagement. Encourage employees to share job openings and company culture on their personal social media accounts or video sharing apps. You want to enhance video content skills. Teach yourself or use other technologies to create high quality video content. Perhaps you can even look into AI for creating content. For example, with Vimeo, you can create AI script generators and text-based video editors. Pencil helps you generate static and video ad ideas using existing branding and assets. Speechify allows you to convert text into engaging video content. Or Nova AI, intelligent TikTok video marker for easy editing. You want to learn to repurpose TikTok content for other platforms effectively to make sure that you're not only killing it on TikTok, but also many other platforms out there as well. You want to constantly experiment, lastly, with new formats. Use live streaming features on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook for real-time engagement. You want to incorporate interactive elements such as Q&A, sessions, polls, and challenges to keep your audience engaged. I hope that really helps in terms of understanding the context of what's happening with TikTok and what recruitment strategies that you could utilize on TikTok and perhaps many other platforms out there. Do you think TikTok will be banned in the US? Share your thoughts down below. If you like this video, want to see more like it, feel free to give us a like, subscribe, click that bell, would really mean a lot. Thank you so much again, and we'll see you on the next one.